Every Friday night, under the Burnside Bridge in Old Town, Christians flood in from all over the state to meet the most basic needs of the city's homeless.
Our focus is really to love people the way we think Jesus would love on people. These are the kind of places that we think Jesus would show up if he were here today. That's what Bridgetown does. It provides an opportunity, obviously, for the body of Christ to come be the church rather than just go to church on a Sunday. And then they find out they're not afraid of these people, and these people are people that they normally lock their doors on. Now they're engaging in conversation with them.
In addition to providing food, clothing, and toiletries, these volunteers offer something more valuable: respect and tenderness. It's one thing to stand in church on a Sunday mumbling the words to an old hymn, and it's another entirely to get down on your knees and wash the feet of a homeless person.
I learned last week, and I did a couple, and it's just, people just love it. I myself was homeless for the last 4 years, and more than food and everything, people crave hugs and touch.
It really feels good to have your feet washed, massaged, and clean socks.
USA Today columnist Tom Krattenmaker visited Night Strike for his Christmas 2006 column.
One thing that was most inspiring to me was that they were not judging the moral worthiness of the homeless people they were helping. Going into it, they knew some of them were going to be drunk, some were high. Were they lazy? Is that why they were homeless? From that perspective of radical compassion, those questions are completely irrelevant.
We encourage the people here to not just come and serve them, but to get a bowl of food and actually sit down and eat with them.
Jesus hung out with the tax collectors, he's hung out with the zealots, he hung out with the prostitutes. That's what he did.
You know, regardless of where they're at in their life and what they've come up against, you can get down there and on your knees and wash their feet. And I think that's probably what Jesus would do if he was here as well.
If we followers of Jesus believe what we say we believe, then a place like this is where we get to prove it.
When you are a Christian, if you're doing it because you just want the blessing, you're not going to get blessed.
You have the people that are like, you have to check the box because you do this, 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 and this, you're going to go to hell for all these reasons. Not just sit and talk to a person and ask them how their day was. And so a lot of people are thrown by that, but it messes them up in definitely a good way. Definitely.
Why do you think these people choose to come down to help out? If you were to guess, if you were to imagine.
I think it's because they're Christian and they got Christ in them, you know? And that's what moves them to do what they do.
Our friend Denise offered to wash my feet, and only then did I realize how difficult it was for both the giver and the receiver. It's a risk to be open to someone else, to be vulnerable, and to accept a gift that you feel that you don't deserve.
If you know, like the Last Supper, the last thing Jesus did was wash all of his disciples' feet.
How's that for symbolism?
I think it's hard not to be inspired by witnessing something like that. And I think that if you want to talk about what is the best face of religion, the face of religion that is not divisive, but that brings people together and lifts us up, that's it.
If this kind of outpouring of love can occur in the least religious state in America, then I have hope.